Time now for the playbook presented by Modelo. We go back to the touchscreen with our very own QB, Matt Sims. Matty, when you look at what Vanderbilt did to LSU today, you look back at what Vanderbilt has been over the last couple of years.
Right.
In the 5 years prior to Diego Pavia's arrival in Nashville, this team won 12 games combined. Diego Pavia won his 13th game in a Vanderbilt uniform today in just a year and a half of work. And no, is he not like the best quarterback in the country? Probably not. At least in the traditional sense. In the traditional sense.
Okay, all right.
But he's a playmaker in every sense of the word.
He is.
What did you see on the tape today?
What did we see? When we watched Diego Pavia and this offense by Tim Beck, you're going to see a ton of formations, and you're going to just see just a constant press on the defense that they're playing. Because of the formations, because of the shifts, the variations, the gap discipline in the run game, and of course his playmaking ability on top of that is really difficult. Love this concept here. So it's a 2nd and 8 concept here that we're going to run, and we're in a tight condensed split again. So you see the theme that we've been talking about a little bit in college football. A lot of teams taking advantage of these condensed splits.
Right.
We're going to run basically like a sit and then out route here. It's going to be a deep field post like this. We're going to pull the guard here to make it seem like we are running some sort of action out of the backfield. We got the back in the flat right here, but this is really what we're trying to do for this play design. All of this is window dressing. The real play is about the tight end delaying at the line of scrimmage and running a shallow cross, and the back, who we're going to fake out of the backfield, just running that rail route. So the real concept with all of this window dressing is the rail number 1, the shallow cross number 2 to Spence. And we're gonna get a lot of action post-snap here. We got the guard pulling, we got that weak side tight end working across here to the flat. Notice now the LSU defenders right here, the linebackers, get lost in the backfield. Right here, look at all, everyone now realizes play action pass. Okay, we gotta get back into our passing lanes. You can see though the stress that it put on the middle backers, everyone is out of place. They're quickly retracing their steps to get back into coverage, and look how wide open the middle of the field is for Cole Spence, right? Easy completion for Diego Pavia. He's got a running start. Not really sure about the hurdle there, but still, Tim Beck able to design a play to take advantage of LSU being aggressive by their linebackers, leaving a huge void in the middle of that defense.
And I think when we think of playmakers for Vanderbilt, at least going back to last year, you think of a name like Eli Stowers. Well, Cole Spence has been kind of that escape valve, and we saw him here today, and it was kind of the exclamation point at the end of this drive.
Well, this is what's great about this offense, too. So here we go. We got to bring an extra tackle in the football game. So we got a big dude in there. Then we got 3 tight ends, right, in this formation. We're going to be in a tight split again, and we're making it seem like, hey, we're going to run the football. We're going to just pound it into the end zone for this touchdown. So we're going to run a fake zone and boot here by Diego Pavia. The tight end here outside, right? He's going to block out. As the defender loses sight, right, and gets his eyes in the backfield, peeking and being too aggressive, he's going to release and run that corner route. The only other eligible guy going out for a route is this opposite tight end running the deep over. So for Diego Pavia, after the play fake with the running back, he's going to get outside and he's going to go the corner to the over, and then for me to run.
Right.
That's it. That's the play design. And when you get a team with this formation like this, of course LSU has to respect the run, be gap sound throughout the field, right? But watch right here the defender, the LSU defender. Eyes get stuck in the backfield. He slips them wide open for the touchdown there. So again, Vanderbilt taking advantage of just an over-aggressive defense that's thinking, stop the run, poor eye discipline, slips him, and then that's just a walk-in right there for Diego to just toss it over the top.
You mentioned it too. There's a lot of great OCs in the game, a lot of great OCs in this conference.
Yes.
Tim Beck doesn't get nearly enough credit for what he designs for his quarterback, but it's also like, just have a guy that's an athlete out there to go make a play.
No doubt. Well, I think it's the perfect just mix of everything, right? It's the offense, it's the quarterback being a playmaker on top of that. And also, too, there's no like superstar that they have to take care of, right? Everyone kind of knows that they have a role. It's specific to the game plan. They do it to their best of their availability. And it's like, hey, do your job and the ball will come and find you, right? Really fun play here, 4th and 1 situation. I love this concept because we got a tight end here and then the wide receiver on the line of scrimmage. So this tight end is ineligible. He can't catch the football here. We're going to run a low cross by this guy right here. This back in the backfield is actually going to come out, and he's going to run basically like an out route from that backfield. This guy on the opposite side is going to be running the flat. So really what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get this back into the flat, the tight end to the flat for a first down.
I'm kind of thinking run, though, if I'm LSU defense.
Absolutely, and that's what they want you to think, right? You can see that they have to play again to stop the run with this formation. We can be aggressive and attack here to the field. We can be aggressive and run back on backer here to the weak side if we want to. And that's where they're putting in all these tough positions for defenses. They're going to fake inside zone. Diego Pavia is going to try to get outside here. They do a great job of covering the initial play design of this play, right? And as we show you, right, LSU, great job. Everyone's passing everything off. We got the over covered. We're going to cover this out route by the safety right here. We got this shallow right here covered again. And now this is where Diego Pavia, the finishing touch.
This is dead.
This is a dead play right here. And great job. Change of direction. Hey, with like a little bit better ball security, but it doesn't matter, right? Because we're balling. Unbelievable change of direction. Short area, suddenness, retreating, getting ground, and then MK Young, right?
Yeah.
Just finding the open space there and just Diego being a playmaker. Huge moment in the football game, 24-21, 4th and 1. And you just see Diego Pavia just like, man, so relaxed. In that situation, so many quarterbacks would just make an error, throw the football away, right? Cause a turnover. And his composure in these type of situations is ridiculous.
It's just the time of the game, too. They were on their own half. It was 4th and 1, so they get the conversion. And then later on in that same drive, Pavia does what we know he can do, which is use his legs.
This is another really fun play, right? As I'm watching them, I can't help but enjoy watching what Tim Beck does offensively. So we have 2 tight ends in the football game again. We got 2 receivers and a back. As soon as we see a running back in this position where he's cheated up in front of the quarterback, you got to think automatic pass situation. We're going to do a speed motion by this receiver to fake that speed sweep to the outside. This tight end right here is going to run a seam pass right down the middle. We got a go route on the outside, and then this halfback is also running a seam right down the middle. So we're going to fake like we're going outside zone here, right? Or speed sweep with this outside receiver. We're trying to get the LSU defense to go sideline to sideline. And as they overplay that, we're trying to get the seam right behind them after that. What I love about it is this, though. As soon as this happens, speed sweep goes. The corner blitzes, right? We got a cap blitz off the edge. There's no one to account for this. The tackle sees it and is working his way out there. You can see in the initial play design, hey, if Diego had time, probably could have ripped this to a back shoulder for a completion, right? He's got to move up in the pocket because of that corner blitz. Does a great job avoiding that. Well, guess what? If he didn't have to do that, the running back is also going to be open for a touchdown. So they had 2 guys potentially open for a first down. The tackle does get a piece of him, but as Diego is working up in the pocket, the Red Sea parts, poor gap discipline again by LSU. Look at LSU's defense. Look at how out of place they are by the motion, by the formations, and by the constant attack of the Vanderbilt offense. And that's why Diego Pavia can literally just walk into the end zone, go hang out with his boys from Army, and celebrate in the end zone.
And also do the Heisman pose, too, right?
That's right.
I mean, he came into Week 8 with 50-1 odds to win the Heisman. That was cut in half after his performance today.
Where is it?
25-1 odds to win the Heisman. Now, yeah, there it is, Maddie. As you
there it is.
Right there.
There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Hit
right.
that flex.
My man.
Hit that flex.
The deuce.
Overarching thoughts, though, Maddie.
Yes.
LSU is one of the best defenses in the entire country, and Pavia and Tim Beck did that to them
They
today.
did. Now, you know how I felt about LSU's defense. I wasn't quite so sure. I thought the secondary was good. Wasn't quite so sure about the defensive front.
No,
Whit Weeks not being there, right? I'm glad we're on the same page there. That's a big piece missing. But still, even a healthy Whit Weeks, I still think Vanderbilt runs for over 260 because he's a dude. The scheme is awesome. It's difficult to defend. And they were in complete control from start to finish in this game with time of possession.
Unbelievable. And by the way, the Doors get set to host Missouri next week before going on the road to see Texas.
Yes,
so
sir.
things don't get easier going forward. But that was the playbook presented by Modelo.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you.